Hello students, so we are continuing the questions from the topic matrices and determinants. So the next question says the determinant of A is equals to 6, where A is a 3 by 3 matrix. Determinant of this is equals to 2 power m into 3 power n, where m comma n belongs to natural numbers, then m plus n is equals to. So let me recall few properties of determinants. So determinant of Ka will be k raised to the power n into determinant of A, where n is order of the matrix. And determinant of adjoint A will be determinant of A whole to the power n minus 1. And determinant of A into B will be determinant of A into determinant of B. Achha, there are many other properties of adjoint and properties of determinant. So I think this should be sufficient. If in case if we need any other formula, then we will quickly recall then and there itself. Okay, so now let us start the solution. So here we have determinant of this part. So let me say this is B. So what can we write? Determinant of adjoint B will be determinant of B whole to the power n minus 1. So what is n here? 3 minus 1. So we can write this as determinant of B whole square. And what is B as such? It is 3 times adjoint of A square into adjoint of 2A. Right? Now let me write this as C. Achha, here we have square. Don't forget that. So we can write this as determinant of 3C whole square. Again, determinant of this is of the form determinant of Ka will be k to the power n into determinant of A. So here we can take this 3 outside. We get 3 power. We have n here, so 3 power 3, and we don't forget about this 2. So we can write this as 3 power 3 whole square into determinant of C whole square. So we get 3 power 6 into what is C here? C is nothing but adjoint of A square into adjoint 2A whole square. Again, we can take this as D. So assume that as D. So we can write this as determinant of 3 power 6 into adjoint D whole square, which can be written as determinant of adjoint D will be determinant of D whole power n minus 1, and then we do have a square here. So we can write this as 3 power 6 into determinant of D whole power 2 into 2 is 4. Achha, A power m whole power n is A power m into it. Determinant of D whole square will be determinant of D whole power 4. Achha, what is D? D is nothing but A square into adjoint 2A whole power 4. Achha. Again, now here we have A square into something. That means determinant of A into B is determinant of A into determinant of B. So we can write this as determinant of A square whole power 4 into determinant of adjoint to A whole power 4. So this will be nothing but, this can be written as 3 to the power 6 into determinant of A whole power 8. Achha, again, determinant of, let me say this is X. So determinant of adjoint X will be determinant of X whole power n minus 1 whole power 4. So we can write this as 3 power 6, and determinant of A is I think 6 as per the question. So here we can write 6 power 8 into determinant of X whole square whole power 4 will be determinant of X whole power 8. So again, and what is X here? X is nothing but 2A. So again, determinant of Ka will be k to the power n minus 1. So 2 to the power 3, k to the power n, I'm sorry. So it should be 2 to the power 3 whole power 8 into determinant of A whole power 8. So we can write this as 3 power 6 into 6 power 8 into 2 power 24 into 6 power 8, because determinant of A is 6. So I think we can write this as 3 power 6 into 2 power 24 into 6 raised to the power 16. Now 6 can be written as 2 into 3. 6 raised to the power 16 can be written as 2 power 16 into 3 power 16. So we can write this as 3 power 6 into 2 power 24 into 2 raised to the power 16 into 3 raised to the power 16. So ultimately this will be 2 power 40 into 3 power 22. So it is of the form 2 power m into 3 power n, where m comma n belongs to natural numbers, then m plus n. So what is the value of m? M is nothing but 40, n is nothing but 22. So 40 plus 22 should be, I think, 62. So 62 should be the answer, dear students. Let us go to the next question. So next question says let A is equals to this and B be two matrices such that A power 100 is equals to 100 B plus I, then the sum of all the elements of B raised to the power 100 is. Achha, this is okay. I think this matrix and the question 1, yeah, 3 minus 4 1 minus 1, 3 minus 4 1 minus 1. Okay, so matrix is the same. So you can try this question as we have solved in the question 1. You can try this question. You can refer the solution 1 and then you can try it in that way. Now I'll try this question in a different way. If you allow me, I'll try this in a different way. See, any matrix, this matrix A can be written as 3 can be written as 2 plus 1 minus 4 1, and this minus 1 can be written as minus 2 plus 1. You'll understand what am I doing. So this can be written as 2 minus 4 1 minus 2 plus 1 0 0 1, right? Acha, why am I writing this? Because we do have an I here, right? Acha, then what do we want? It's 100 times b, then sum of all the elements of b raised to the power 100. Okay, that means you have to first find b. Okay, fine. So it is of this form. Let me say this is x plus I, right? Okay, so here again we'll try to find a pattern. X square will be 2 minus 4 1 minus 2 into 2 minus 4 1 minus 2. So what do we get here? 2 into 2 is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, 2 into minus 4 is minus 8 plus I think 8 is 0, 2 1 into 2 is 2, 2 minus 2 is again 0, 1 into minus 4 is minus 4, minus 4 plus 4 is wonderful. So x square is 0, that a null matrix. That means x cube will also be a null matrix, right? X power 4 will also be a null matrix, right? That means okay, fine. So what is a equals to ultimately x plus I? So what will a raised to the power 100 be, dear students? It will be x plus, or we can write it as I plus x whole to the power 100, because a plus b is nothing but b plus a. Now we can apply binomial theorem here. Binomial theorem can be applied for matrices here, right? So what do we get? Let me recall the formula. 1 plus or x plus y whole power n will be nc0 x raised to the power n plus nc1 x raised to the power n minus 1 into y, nc2 x raised to the power n minus 2 y square, and so on. So that means a power 100 is I plus x whole power 100. So this can be written as 100c0 into I to the power 100 plus 100c1 into I to the power 99 into x plus 100c2 into I to the power 98 into x square, and so on. What will the last term be? It should be 100c100 I raised to the power 0 into x raised to the power 100. I hope you have understood this. See, x square is a null matrix. That means x raised to the power 100 is also a null matrix, right? That means, okay, this should be null matrix. X cube also should be null matrix. All these terms should be null matrices. So 100c0 is nothing but 1, dear students, and I raised to the power, see, I raised to the power 1 is I raised to the power 2 is also I. You can check it yourself. I raised to the power n belongs to any positive integer, should be equals to I. So I raised to the power 100 will be I, and 100c1 is 100 into I raised to the power 99 is I. So here we get I into x. So it is nothing but I plus. I into x is anyways x, correct? No? So here we do have it as 100x plus I. A raised to the power 100 is 100x plus I, and what, as per the question, a raised to the power 100 is 100b plus I. So this is equals to 100b plus I. That means what, by comparing, what can we say? B should be equals to x. So what is he asking? Then sum of all elements of b power 100. Okay, b raised to the power 100 will be equals to x raised to the power 100, and that will be a null matrix. So it should be 0 0 0 0. So sum of all the elements here should be equals to 0, I think, right? So it should be 0. So you can definitely refer solution 1, dear students, and you can try the question in that way, and do comment your answer in the comment section using that method. That's it. Thank you for watching this video. Meet you with the next one.